Right. Welcome to Next Investigations. This one's on the World Economic Forum, right, or the WEF. And you've probably heard a lot about this. And to my mind, right, this is a hex. This is it's a straight hex, and they've put this out to basically create fear, right, and to create an idea that there's an elitist type of evil peoples, out there at the top of the society or something, who are planning all this stuff against you, right? And it's basically a hex, right? Now, as you see here, you got these three zeros, right? Like a triple, triple trans idea, right? And I think basically this become a crescent moon, not like the crescent moon is to do with Islamic idea, right? But obviously it's to do with the moon first and foremost, and the moon is the goddess of their hex, right? So it's like, you're using the moons always involved in the magic rituals of hexcraft and all that, right? So I think this symbolises that this is basically, it's a hex. Now this WEF, right? And I'm gonna come back to that here, 301, right? But WEF, right, is to deal with this, where there's 136 instances, right? Many are called but few are chosen. So it's to do with the chosen people's idea yet again, right? The chosen ones. And that's basically what it's about. That's the code of WEF. Right? And they take themselves to be the elect, or as like the chosen, the high up, the elite. So they do that themselves, right? And then they try to put out all these ideas about the elites are doing this, the elites are doing that, the drinking kids, adrenochrome, and not, all these nonsensical things, right? And as you say, it was founded on 24th of January for the hex, right? And the organisation based in colony, Maybe that's something to do with it because they went to the colonisation, right? And Geneva is like supposed to be home of the original Bible or something, So you can see this thing's got hex ideas, and again, like moon. You can see moon there, right? Moon, M-O-N, right? So I think it's a hex. There's a 33. Of course, it's be Masonic like all other things, right? But this is the bit that sort of gives it away, right? It says it's the International Organisation for Public-Private Cooperation, right? So the whole purpose of this organisation is just a couple of hundred blokes maybe gathered around tables, right? To try and hex the public, right? Rich people and very wealthy and all that, right? Gathering around and try and discuss ways in which they can hex the public, right? Like that, a revolution against the elites, more bullshit. Like, who's the elites? A bunch of posh rich horsewills, where are you going to find them? In their own houses, a mansion houses or something like that. So it's like, stuff like that. See, stuff like that is just directly part of the hex. The idea of there being an elite, like peoples, is, again, it's coming from their own sort of, Jewish Masonic ideas, hoping someone be more elite than someone else, you know what I mean? It's the whole thing's a hex. They don't, of course you got the 3-6 idea and that as well, the 33 and the 6, because of course the trans is, the third gender. The all this type of garbage, the WEF, you see, they've created it themselves, right? And it's like an inside little joke, they're spinning all the different little stories about it. The WEF are making these people do this, and then these groups do this. Of course, everyone's getting paid type of thing, big amounts to to do this garbage. You know, it just keeps the system going. Keep public, right, at the bottom, and them have the private companies and stuff like that at the top. So it's making the public, i.e. the scum, you know, do what they want them to do. That's all it's about. And how do they do it? They use hex. As simple as. Of course, you know, the fear is very big, and of course the hex. And that's interesting. Now we've got the word fear 365 times in the Bible, so that's like a hex for every day of the year. You know, a hex every day. And of course, 3, 6, 5, 11, 3, 11, 33. You know, 3, 6 for your getting your third gender peoples. Who, so, you know who's behind it all, right? Same old thing, you know, all the time. See, here's an example I read. Like obviously when you got this character, this Storm I read, it's like openly Jewish, right? Like just a knob, you know, like nobody would take his character even half serious, right? But when they bring in this World Economic Forum type of thing, it sort of lends an idea that, oh, there's this, you know, there's an evil group backing them and all this thing. So it gives like a type of power idea, you know, which they're always trying to do. Like a type of idea of like evil satanic power and that, which is complete nonsense, right? It's like theatrics, you know, it's like Dracula movies and all that. See, this basically takes on that type of idea, you know, with you know, the sort of evilness lurking in the background type of thing. See what I mean? A transcript, of course, you know. So you get all type of stuff like this, you know, like ties in with Hitler and you know, so it's like they create this idea themselves. You know what I mean? To you know, to lend a sort of that evil image, see, that evil image to the, you know what I mean? Because of course if you just had knobs like that Sunak or that Stormer, yeah, people would just laugh, you know. When you go in with a bit more serious characters in the background, you know, they want people to be scared, see. You're not going to be scared of Stormer or whatever you call him. So they create like more bigger characters, see what I mean? And you know, like against, you know, like stories like this, you know, like racial ideas, so it links, you know, it's like a Hitlerist idea, you know. Oh, it's Hitler again, you know, and pregnancy, like things that like, you know, like science experiments and all that. And of course, you know what they really boot there, you know, they really boot that sort of trans club. Again, stuff like, you know, like it just keeps the system going, you know. I think if you think in terms of, oh, there's an evil elite, and you know, what's elite about them? They send their kids to like private schools at you know, hundreds of thousands of pounds a year, you know, like, while you live as a knob, you know, like in a poor level, you know. That's what's elite about them, the money, you know, the way of life, you know. There's no sort of mysterious evil pacts with Satan being done or something, you know. It's just the hex, see what I mean? Of course, you know, you get a thousand videos where they're spinning off all type of different ideas about what the, you know, how evil they are and all that, but you know, there's no evil about them really, you know what I mean? It's just hex. They want you to think they're evil. You know, look at the people who's in it, you know, Bruno and Tony Blair, you know, complete arseholes, you know. These people are going to benefit, right, from making normal people think there's an elitist sort of group who drink kids the adrenal chrome and all stuff like that, right? It's the same as Alistair Crowley thing, you know, like the most evil man alive and that, but you know, all that the trans really was a mountain climber. You know, used to do, you know, used to go into Tibetan places in India and not participating with all that type of ritual stuff, you know. It's like a posh trance, you know. And where is the idea that he was the evilest, and he was evil come from? Then pulled it out himself, you know. I was watching some sort of video where it was saying that Donald Trump is Aleister Crowley, you know, which is ridiculous. They don't even look similar, right? I mean, they're probably all related of the royal bloodlines, of course, right? But they didn't even look alike. You know, the Crowley was alive a long time before him, type of thing. He'd be well dead, you know. And but the very mention of Aleister Crowley was supposed to be evil, you know, like creepy music in the background and all that, you know. But like, it's like, where'd you get this idea that this Aleister Crowley was evil? Because they created it themselves, you know. See, this Crowley initiates with some of the dodgiest people in the Western world, frauds or hucksters, who preyed on the most gullible of fools, right? You know, it's like Masonic, right? You know, like he was a posture, right? And a bisexual and a drug user, right? Like, how do you go from being a drug user and a bisexual, right, to being the most evilest man that ever lived and all this? You know, it's like, it's ridiculous. You see what I mean? But it's like, because he was running their own postures and he was into the theatrics to create this like idea of it and all that, right? So the very idea of it becomes spooky music in the background and all this, and it's like, you know, it's all hex from them, right? Totally. See this, right? Of course, this, you know, this basically proves that Donald Trump is not Aleister Crowley, which, you know, doesn't exactly need disproving anyway, like, right? But like, this is the type of stuff what our Crowley used to do, right? Mountain climbing. You see the same stuff now with you know, like if you look at any BBC television programmes, something like that, you know, they have they're always showing these expeditions, some group of poshers, right, going and doing a mountain climbing exhibition, right? And that's, this is exactly what this Crowley was all about doing, right? You know, he was in a group of poshers doing mountain climbing, right? In 1905, right? And Oscar Eckenstein's K2 expedition 1902, so he's involved in mountain climbing. You know, it's how do you get from being a mountain climber, right? You know, like Ronald Fiennes or something, they always have them now and all, right? Poshers who do mountain climbing. Yeah, so how do you get from that to this idea where it's like, you know, the image of evil itself or something? Yeah, it just comes from hex, right? Yeah, I've seen this movie, right? It's basically like, you know, this weird movie where it's like born of fire. You know what that means? It means being a trance, right? To be born of fire, right? It's all like Eastern, you know, spiritualism stuff and weird stuff, right? And there's definitely an Aleister Crowley figure in it, like a bald bloke, like this bloke, right? The sort of bald man walking around stark naked and all that. So it's like, again, it's the creepy Aleister Crowley stuff, really. And you see the actress woman, and it's called Susan Crowley. I don't know if they're related or whatever, but it's the that's underlying that type of thing of the Aleister Crowley stuff, you know, through this movie. You know, they've created a legend of like evil and all this, you know, to protect their own posture system, you know, simple as, really. You know. And Susan Crowley. Don't see if there's any relation or whatever, but, you know, the devil inside. You know, so it's like, you know, they totally created it themselves. This, of course, is another trance, and it just protects, you know, it protects our system, you know, like the hex. You know, devils and Satan and evil and all this, and of course, you know, It's all theatrics, you know. Theatrics.